review how to crochet a lapel rose. You can see the finished product on the screen. We're going to crochet 2 rows of various size petals to help us practice different tall stitches. If you want to follow along with the video, you can grab a 2.75 millimeter crochet hook, some number 1 super fine yarn, an embroidery needle, a lapel pin, as I have shown on the screen, something flat, and a pair of scissors. Take a look down below because I have a time-stamped pattern included in the video. I'm going to start my pattern by creating a slip knot, and I'm going to leave a 12-inch tail so I can sew my rose onto the lapel. With a long tail, I then can chain 30 for my foundation chain. After my foundation row, row 1 will create the base of my 15 petals. For the first petal, I'm going to chain 4, and single crochet into the 6th chain from my hook. Those 6 chains include the 4 chains that I just created and 2 chains from my foundation row. And then I'm going to repeat from the asterisk, chaining 3, skipping 1, single crochet. I'm going to go back to the asterisk and repeat 13 more times. Chaining 3, skip 1, single crochet. Chaining 3, skip 1, single crochet. Let's repeat that pattern for row 1, the base of our petals. If we counted right and did the pattern correctly, we will do our final single crochet of row 1 into our first chain. You can start to see how the pattern is curling, as the foundation chain is going to act as the center of our flower, and our chain 3s are the base of our flowers. In row 2, we will form each of our petals, starting by organizing our yarn and completing our inner petals first. I'm going to start chaining 1 and single crochet into the single crochet. Here are our chain 3 spaces, and right before that, that begins our first inner petal, that single crochet. And now I'm going to chain 2, which brings my work up to the height of my double crochet. And then I'm going to work 3 double crochets, chain 3, and slip stitch into the chain 3 space, which is right here in our chain 3 space. To do the double crochet, I yarn over 1 time. Again, 3 double crochets, chain 3, slip stitch into the chain 3 space, which creates the first inner petal. And now I'm going to repeat from the asterisk 3 more times to create 4 inner petals. Single crochet into the single crochet, chain 2 to bring the work up to the height of the double crochets, 3 double crochets, chain 3, slip stitch into the chain 3 space. Go ahead and create 2 more inner petals. And once we've created our 4 inner petals, our rose is starting to shape up. Let's move on to the middle petals. So we're going to get to practice double crochet, triple crochet, and double triple crochet. So we will increase our number of yarn overs. And to begin our middle petals pattern with the asterisks, we are going to single crochet into the single crochet, chain 2. And everything in the parentheses we are going to do into our chain 3 space. Double crochet, chain over 1 time, triple crochet, yarn over 2 times, three double triple crochets, yarning over 3 times, triple, yarning over twice, double crochet, yarning over once, chaining 3, slip stitching. And that creates one of our middle petals. So we're going to go back and repeat from the asterisk 4 more times to create 5 middle petals. Let me walk you through the creation of 1 more middle petal. Single crochet into the single crochet, chain 2. Everything in the parentheses is performed into the chain 3 space. Double crochet, yarning over once, triple crochet, yarning over twice, three triple crochets, yarning over 3 times each stitch. Triple crochet, yarning over twice, double crochet, yarning over once, chaining 3, slip stitching to complete our next middle petal. Go ahead and create 3 more middle petals. Let's pause again before we conclude our rows. We can see a little messy, but when we lay the petals out just right, it starts to look like a rose. The inner petals, the middle petals, and finally our outer petals. And we are going to create 6 outer petals. The pattern begins the same for the outer petals, single crocheting into the single crochet, now the pattern is going to deviate because we are going to begin with a chain 3. The single crochet in addition to the chain 3 brings us up to the height for the triple crochet. And now we're going to work everything in the parentheses in the chain 3 space. Triple crochet, yarning over twice, double triple crochet, yarning over 3 times, four triple treble crochets, yarning over 4 times. double triple, yarning over 3 times, triple, yarning over twice, chaining 4 to get us back down to the chain 3 space, slip stitching into the chain 3 space to complete our first outer petal. Let me walk you through once more the outer petal, single crocheting into the single crochet, chaining 3 to bring us up to the height of the triple crochet, again everything in that chain 3 space, yarning over twice, double triple, yarn over 3 times, four triple treble crochets, yarning over 4 times each stitch. Double triple, yarning over 3 times, triple, yarning over twice, chaining 4 to bring us back down to the height of our chain 3, and slip stitching into the chain 3. You can finish up your 4 additional outer petals. Once I've created my final outer petal, I'm going to fasten off, cut my yarn leaving a 12-inch tail, and prepare to sew my rows onto my lapel pin. I am going to prepare by placing my petals on top of each other, outer, middle, inner, and as you can see, as we crocheted the foundation chain and then all the petals into the chain 3 spaces, that it'll be tighter in the middle and looser on the ends. That'll help form the rose shape. So I'm going to line up my petals so they look how I want. And then I can grab my embroidery needle and prepare to sew. I want to crochet into my foundation chain. So once I've lined up my petals, I'm going to start to sew first the rows together so it keeps shape before I put it on the lapel pin. So I'm going to go through the different layers of my rows, seeing how it looks. Fluffing it out each time and flipping it over, going through the layers in ascending order. Again, just making sure that I capture the foundation chain in each of the layers of my rows. Once I've passed through my rows a few times, it'll maintain its shape and it'll be easier for me to sew it onto my lapel pin. And what I'm going to do, there's two little holes in my lapel pin, is I'm going to work through that center, and also around the pin. I have two tails, so I am going to sew around the pin and the rows many times to secure the rows onto the pin. I will feel satisfied with my sewing job once the pin is buried underneath strands of yarn. And then I am going to take the remaining tail and sew it along the edge of a petal. Once I have woven in my ends, cut them off, I can fluff out my rows. All of the petals we made were thinner in the middle and bigger on the ends. So once I fluff them out, I can make them curved in, and we can put our rows on an outfit to add a little spice.